In order to perform calculations in a worksheet, you need to be comfortable entering simple formulas. In this lesson, you learn to enter a formula and use cell references to create a formula. Here's our worksheet. We want to add a formula here in cell G5 that calculates gross pay for employee Peter Bruegel. And here in cell F5, we have a formula that we need to change. When we're finished, we'll have this new formula in cell G5, and we've made a change to the formula in cell F5, so it reflects our new overtime rate. Let's get started. In step 1, I'll click cell G5. In this cell, we want to insert a formula that calculates gross pay for this employee. Remember that every formula begins with an equal sign. So in step 2, I'll type an equal sign. This is also called the formula prefix because it goes at the beginning of every formula. Next, I need to enter my first cell address. I want to start with Peter's regular pay, which is in cell E5. So I'll click cell E5. I could type E5, but it's usually easier to click the cell you want. Next, I need to add a calculation operator. A calculation operator indicates what type of calculation you want to perform. We want to add our values, so I'll type the plus sign, which is an arithmetic calculation operator. Next, I'll click the cell that contains Peter's overtime pay, cell F5. And before I confirm this entry, notice that the cell references in my formula correspond to the colored cell outlines. The red one is a little hard to see because it's still selected, but if I click in the formula you can see. This color coding helps you to make sure you're including the cells you intended in your formulas. In step 3, keep watching cell G5 as I click the Enter button on the formula bar. It now shows the result of our formula. This same value appears down in cell G15 too. That's because if I click cell G15, you'll see that it contains a formula that totals the values in cells G5 through G14, and there are no other values to add up in this column yet. In step 4, I'll click cell F5. And let's look at the formula bar. This formula calculates overtime pay by multiplying overtime hours, in C5, times twice the regular hourly rate, 2 times D5. We want to edit this formula to reflect a new overtime pay rate of 2.5 times the regular hourly rate. In step 5, I'll click to the right of the 2, then I'll type 0.5. In step 6, I'll click the Enter button on the formula bar. The formula is changed, and because of that change, his gross pay is now greater. And the totals down in cells F15 and G15 are increased too. Every time you make a change in the worksheet, Excel updates any other cells that include calculations based on that change. In step 7, I'll save my work. To try these steps yourself and see some additional tips, and to learn about the advantages of working with named ranges in your worksheets, turn to page Excel 12 in your book.